continues, and Jesus said, Mark has, and he said to them. Matthew has only said because it's Peter. Mark has them because it's his disciples asking. But it makes sense that Peter is speaking for the disciples. So he's responding to all the disciples. I'll keep them. And I'm also going to keep the name. But and, the first word is both. Jesus is Matthew only. Said is both. To them is Mark. And after said in Matthew is a comma. So the space is also Mark. To them. Commas both. Are you also yet without understanding? Mark has, are you so without understanding also? If I put it at the end like in Mark, I could still put so at the beginning. Are you so? Maybe I could have then yet. Are you so yet without understanding? Also? Are you so yet without understanding also? That sounds kind of weird. Or I could just go with, are you yet without understanding also? I think yet. It makes more sense than so. Should I have both? Maybe we should have it, are you yet so without understanding? I think yet in this situation means up until now. Still. And then so without understanding. Are you still so much without understanding? Yeah, that's better. Yet should come first. Are you Matthew yet? And then Mark so. Without understanding. And also I'll put as well at the end. All those words are both. Are you yet so without understanding also? You know, that sounds really weird how Mark has it. Are you so without understanding also? Do you have so little understanding as well? That, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Are you yet so without understanding also? It does sound weird, but I think it makes sense. I'll leave it. Matthew continues, do not you yet understand? Another yet. That's still the same book. Matthew has yet in both places. Do not you yet understand? Mark, do you not perceive? I think perceive is better. He already said understand. So I'm going to go with that. Do you not perceive? Do not you yet perceive? You know, I'm going to leave out this yet. He already stated it earlier. Do you not perceive? Yeah, I'm going to go with just how Mark has it. Do you not perceive? So, do you not is both. Perceive is only Mark. I'm going to leave out this yet. It was stated earlier. I don't think it adds to anything. And perceive is better than understand, because that was stated earlier. After that, Mark continues, that whatsoever thing from outside enters into the man, it cannot defile him. So that whatsoever thing. Matthew, that whatsoever enters. So there's no thing. That whatsoever thing from outside enters into the man or in at the mouth. Okay, Matthew is digging in his heels. It's still mouth, what you're eating. Mark is still more expansive, enters into the man. But these first words, that whatsoever, is both. That whatsoever thing from outside. Mark has a lot more description. Whatsoever thing enters in from the man, it cannot defile him. That's not in Matthew. Then because it enters not in his heart. That's not in Matthew either. But into the belly. That's where Matthew has it. Whatsoever enters into the mouth goes into the belly. So all these extra words I'm going to put in there. Whatsoever thing from outside enters into the man. So thing from outside. That's just Mark. Enters is both. Into the man or in at the mouth. Well, since I want to go with the man because it's more expansive, it's more inclusive like I used earlier, I'm not just going to change it up midway through the explanation. So I'll use into instead of just in. Into the mouth would work. In the man doesn't quite work as well. Into the man does. So in is both. The to part of into is only Mark. The is both. Mark has man. Mark then adds, it cannot defile him. So that is all added. It is in italics. Cannot defile him because it enters not into his heart, but into the belly. Matthew has goes into the belly. Instead of just continue with Mark, but into the belly, I'm going to put goes for Matthew. Yeah. But goes into the belly. That's both. And goes out into the draught. Matthew, and is cast out into the draught. And goes out or and is cast. So is cast or goes. I already used goes. Maybe I should use is cast now. Yeah, because it goes into the belly and then it would be into the drought. I wouldn't say goes into the belly and goes into the drought. It would be okay, but it'd be annoying. So I'm going to use new wording for this. It goes into the belly and is cast into the drought. If I had then, that would be best. But there's no then here. but and is both. And Matthew only is cast. Both. Out into the draught. So Matthew ends in a question mark. Mark saves the question mark for after one more phrase. Purging all meats. That's the phrase that is in the ESV that changes it to thus declaring all meats, all foods clean. Mark continues with that phrase. Purging all meats. Question mark is both.